What's up, y'all? Dímelo. Come on in, come on in. Just want to say hello. What's happening? Oh man, this is me. This is me. This is me. And being me is great. It is. Enjoy now because look what's to come. See that? And you can hear it in the wind. Whoa, life ain't easy, but we're still here. And then everything's gonna be easy. But this is nice though. This is nice. It's a nice day. It was it's so quiet out here that you can hear yourself walk. Yes. Yes. I listen right now walking around here right now. And when that stuff first happened to me, right? I was I remember in the heat where my car broke down. This is when I was living in my car, right? It broke down. And I had to walk. What was wrong with it? Something was wrong. I had to go walk to get something. And it was in Orlando. And a whole bunch of those gnats were covering my whole entire face. I had a mask of gnats on my face. Took me. I stayed in the shower. I was in the shower for like 45 minutes. I had to do that. I had to walk in Orlando in the heat. It was like July maybe. Yeah, actually it was July. Yeah, that was not fun. So come on in, love your soul, not your role. You already know. Wake up. Just came on here to say hello. I might play later. Maybe I'll play tomorrow. Kind of done with Diablo 4 because just too much for me, too much open world. I like open world, but I like guidance. Like God of War in a sense. Um, but we'll see. We'll see. How's everybody been out there? Thank you for the like. Appreciate it. How you guys been? I know we're living in tumultuous times, but you gotta love your soul and not your role. Staying above water. Everybody's trying to stay above water. Because when that water comes, watch out. Learn how to swim. And if not, then make sure when you're drowning that nothing bites you. Just drown. Because then, to die by drowning and a shark bite is horrible. Don't you think? Just drown first, hopefully. Just keep the shark bites off you. Shark bite. Come on in, come on in. How you guys doing? How you guys been? I've been reading the Bible lately in the mornings. Kind of a moot point right now, as I see it. But I am reading other books. Keep my noggin um, to not wander. What's up? What's up? What's up? I hope that rain cloud. It looks like it's really small. It might drop a little bit of rain, but it might not. So, what's up? What's up? What's up? I'm just going for a walk because I've been in the house. Well, I did some things today, but I needed to get out. I always need to get out. I always need to get out, go for a walk. Trying not to drive around, but going for a walk is nice. You hear those guys? You hear those guys? Sandhill crane. Love that sound. Whoa. Big dog. So anyway. That's what I'm doing. Just walking around, saying hello. Really, I was kind of not really needing or wanting to continue to talk about the things that I was talking about on this channel because I don't know. It just really kind of became redundant. I have some kind of block that's not letting me go to the next step. But I think I'm getting over that. I have to get over that quickly. So I think that's what's going on. There's some kind of block, some kind of mental block. But I'm bringing it in so I can examine what that is, so I can get over it as fast as possible, like tomorrow. So just being aware of myself, my thoughts, my feelings, my surroundings, those who I allow to surround me. I really limited that extremely. Of course, sometimes everyone needs someone to talk to, right? So I just come on here. I've been going on Facebook more, but I don't know. So I'm just trying to get it all back together again, or together as much as I can to the very end. And it's just me against the world, baby. So I want to see what I can do, and I'm starting somewhere, and I can finish projects. I know how to do that. That's not a problem. Oh, my man is wilding. Okay, hold up. There's this husky over here. Luckily, he's inside of a cage because he's running like. There he goes. You see him? He's like a guard dog. So nada, man. Tú sabes. Trying to get over this mental hump. I think it is. I'm working on it. I'm getting there. It's not an easy thing. Because when you have to, support yourself in every way, that is like, you should do it, you should try it, but it is not easy. Taking care of oneself, right? It's not easy, believe me. It is not easy. But with some alignment and working on what your first goal is, your second goal, you can get there. I'm working on it as well. I have a lot of things that I'm fixing still, but I'm fixing them. I'm doing my due diligence to take care of those things which were taken care of. So, yeah, you know what they say. What they say. What they say. I would stay out here all night. Bueno, ya mismito vienen los mosquitos. Los mosquitos. Mosquitos. So I'm going to try to get in a little early. Yesterday, I was really interested in watching Alex, I think his name is. Excuse me if I'm saying that wrong. Last name Pereira. That guy is amazing. He's a UFC fighter. Oh, wow. That guy is... I was watching his fights last night. I just kept on watching him because that guy he is surgical. surgical with their moves and their knockouts. It was nice watching that. I haven't watched that in a while. Just like everybody else, I used to watch the UFC. I stopped watching it, basketball as well, but I'm a Celtics fan, so whether we're doing bad or not, I always watch the highlights because it's, you got where you got to go to now. Amazon to watch basketball. What app has rights to NBA now? Because I don't know, right? I have no idea. With analog, all we did was switch to the channel and we got the game. Especially the local games. They didn't switch. You couldn't get the local games because they wanted you to pay to be in, to go to the local game, right? So they wouldn't broadcast it. That was weird to me because we were always used to them broadcasting the Celtics on the Garden. Now it's TD Garden, I think. I don't even know. Jaylen Brown is doing well. That guy is no joke. Tatum's return was awesome. It was, they won the game when he returned, which was great. I've seen superstars return, but they got some good chemistry. They got beat the other night, but that was a good game. But they got beat, but it was a good game by Oklahoma City. Ooh, that SGA guy, he's no joke. That guy's number 11 for Oklahoma. That guy's no joke. This guy. So yeah, that guy's really good with it. That dude got skills. I watched him when he played the Celtics on the highlights, of course, on YouTube. Phenomenal handles, great vision on the court. His basketball skills are superior. That guy is so smooth with it. SGA. I don't know how to pronounce his entire name. So it's getting a little nippy. What time is it? It's 5 o'clock. Yeah, it's getting later and later. Well, not later and later. It's gonna get later. Boy. Look, here comes the attack dog. Here he goes. Me encanta este sitio, man. Gracias. Thank you. I am grateful. Today's Soulful Saturday, if you guys don't know. Wake up. Usually, like I said, I was reading the Bible. I'm not reading it anymore. I'm reading a different book. I'm reading when I get back in the house because I want to finish it this weekend. It is a rock'em sock'em. It's a great book. So I think I'm gonna finish it maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow morning. I'll be done with it. I fixed my OBS studio so I can come on and talk about the things that I wanted to talk about with the central and peripheral nervous system and communication and meditation. But I needed to set up my computer, so I think I have it set up. I'm gonna try to maybe a stream tomorrow. I don't know. Thinking about streaming. There goes Captain Security Guard. Okay. There's a super security dog over here. No. my gosh. Look at the sky. Okay. Mira, see that? Mira, see that? Oh, man, my shit. See that? There. Mira. Right in front of your face. It's crazy, right? This is it. Calladito. Calladito, calladito, calladito. Sometimes it's too quiet. Sometimes. No, actually, it's quiet all the time, which is great. But for someone like me, I need a little bit of noise. I'm not going in there. I was going to go in there, but nope. So it's nice to walk out here to breathe, to recal, to put oneself back together again, outside of, what is, what was, and what is to come. Still balanced as one, right? That's most important. So the walks for me help. Sometimes I need stimulation, so, but I don't need too much of, so I might go to like maybe the lake, walk around, maybe interact with some folks, but not for long, like not in abundance of time doing that. But I need it. I'm like everybody else. I need some social interaction every now and then. Well, I'm just like, that's just me. um, but then I want to be alone most of the time. You know what I mean? It's a double-edged sword. But I know that now. So I know that when I want to be, alone, which is most of the time, I choose that. Absolutely choose that. And you get used to it. Like you get used to the silence. It's amazing. Once you get past the noise in your life that was in your life that is, once you get past that noise, you're gonna want it to be silent. Silencio, Bruno, all the time. You're gonna want it to be like that. Bruno, silencio, Bruno. And it takes from someone being around noise and distraction and just a lot of outside influences is pretty it was difficult for me, and I still have my difficulties in keeping it keeping myself building mentally, saying you're good, you're okay right here, just relax, this is what you're needing, this is what you looked for, this is what you are because you created this, this is, so you make it better, but take your time because certain types of thoughts and feelings were arising that I had to check, that I had to say, okay, well, let me look at this, and I keep on doing that every day. then the more I do it, the more I can see myself, the more I can understand myself. Um, so that's kind of like whoa, dude, right? When I'm talking to myself, and when I think certain thoughts and I recognize them instead of just, and I recognize them and I let them go. Like I'll say, oh, where did that come from? About like just things that I think about in my mind that I think about on a daily basis. A lot of the thoughts are intrusive. When I'm focused on my mission, I'm focused on my mission. There's really not much there, but lately I've been getting a lot of messages and a lot of open energy, a lot of receiving energy. So it's been kind of challenging for me to base, my the intake of all that information that I can't even decipher. It's just too much. I'm trying, but so I think it's just a lot of energy, a lot. So, but it's just not the right energy, right? It's like a get over that. It's challenging to get over something that is hindering you now that you're aware of it, and then now you have to find some type of strategy, to overcome that hurdle, whatever it might be. Would it be a mental or trauma, whatever you found out. Now you got to work on that and be sincere for yourself. But well, I'm talking to myself. I'm just sharing it. So I figured that out, and just following what I say, following up with what I say, following up with with uh with the goal, the whole plan. If I don't do that, then I lose sight. So a lot of people can do that in their mind. In their minds, I have to write it down. I have to write it down on a piece of paper. Then once I'm done with whatever that external source that I needed to fix to allow me to continue. I would do it. I would check mark and say done. Okay, next. And these were always small tasks, and usually the tasks really didn't have much to do with my life. It was a lot of tasks I was completing for other people. But now these tasks that I put, in the schedule, and I need to accomplish it. I got to write it down. Know what my resources are in order to accomplish that goal. So that's what I've been doing every day. Tightening up ship, basically. Tightening up my financial ship. There goes a rainbow. Beautiful. You want to see it? Tell me if you see it. You see it? Can you please give me a thumbs up if you see that rainbow? Come on now. You can't see that rainbow? Are you sure about that? Come on, you can see that rainbow right there. Can you? Let me see. Yeah, you should be able to see it. Look at that. The 3 times in my life that when I was successful, or when I was on the pinnacle of being successful in something that I like to do, was 3 times. 3 times. I had 3 businesses that I went out and I filed the LLC. I did all of that stuff. They didn't fail. I failed, right? 3 times. So I like being creative. I like, taking pictures, Yeah, so I was there. I was right there and doing that. Look at that rainbow. Oh my gosh. And before that, I had a small computer and printer repair company when I was in college looking for my comms tech degree. Right. Then I had this channel, and more before that, I had my photography company here in Florida. I was beginning to meet people. I was beginning to do parties. I did a wedding. I did a birthday party. I did a fraternity. I had a Instagram account. I had a business name. I had contract that I wrote up. I had contacts in the business that I began meeting, and it was going so well. It was going. The machine was a rolling, and I put a lot into it. I put a lot. I spent thousands of dollars on cameras. I spent thousands of dollars on cameras, on editing software. You forget about it. And I let it go. I let it go. I let it go. I let it go. Can I do it again? Do I want to do it again? Yes, absolutely. I would love to start taking photography again. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's not even a question. The question is, what am I willing to sacrifice at this point in time? Nothing. Because I have nothing to sacrifice. Go figure. I've given myself a certain time span, right? Within my age limit to get what I can get. Get what I can get, right? Put as much as I can, as much as I'm allowed to save myself, because I'm out here by myself. There ain't nobody out here with me. There's nobody that anybody can call about trying to come out here and help me out. If something happens to me, that's it. That's a wrap. And I knew that when that situation happened to me a couple of weeks ago. I don't walk around expecting people to help me, because that's never gonna happen. But that's okay. But I'm out here literally by myself. If something happens to me, I'm done. They're gonna send me to the hospital, and then what they're gonna do? They're gonna use me for mincemeat and put it in a McDonald's sandwich. I'm not political, Mike. But anyway, so if I'm like where I need to be, which I feel I'm in a transition. Transition is difficult, but I'm trying to work with that in my mind, and the way I see things, and why is it difficult? Why is it feels? Because it is. But it's not right now. I'm not uncomfortable. I'm just building. And kind of, it's really difficult to have, the courage to do it again, right? The courage to put everything back together again to the best of your ability, and really hoping, or saying that you don't hurt yourself and you won't put yourself in danger, but it doesn't matter. But you try to be as strong as possible, right? And as courageous as possible to at least get through a couple of those stumps that you have in your mind, especially that is stopping you from getting over that hump, getting to where you now have control. That transition period, I'll tell you, it's very difficult, very, very difficult, but it can be done. It can be done. It can be done. It can be done, and you can do. There's nothing that you can't do. We're in the hood now. So listen, you gotta love this place, man. You gotta love this place. I'm in love with this place. I've never had so much peace. And that's the thing. That's the thing. That's the thing. The thing is this. I have so much peace right now that I don't even know what to do with it. Wake up, wake up. I am so peaceful that it's kind of like, I used to live in so much chaos, and most of the chaos was in my mind, right? And then, going through rough things that, I didn't have to go through that, that possibly I could have, done, the what was supposed to be done as a growing adult. But I'm not blaming anything on anybody. I always had that, that grace. I never blamed anybody. But there are those who have done, a lot of stuff to me that I found I need to get over. I'm the one. It happened to me, but I'm the one that has to take responsibility over how I allow that to continuously affect me, right? Am I going to use it to make myself better, to make myself stronger, to make my mind, more stable? Am I able to do that? So those are the kind of things that I work on every single day, and I'm not going to stop until I get it. I'm not going to stop until I get it. Oh, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to. This is so pretty. This is so pretty. Oh, man. It's so pretty right now. I'm out here by myself. Do you understand what that means? I don't know if people. I mean, I know when you see, what's going on with the kids nowadays. You know what I mean? Like, missing children. I heard this horrible story, about some girls that were found in a suit. It's horrible stuff, right? Like all the bad stuff that used to happen to me when I was a kid. Forget it. I don't know if I don't like. People say I don't know if any of you could have survived what I survived, but maybe you could have. I did. I did. I was harmed so many times in my life. As a young kid, it was the worst. But I'm still here. I'm trying to. Well, I'm done with that. But it's just, talking about how one wants to live a good life as much as possible when you didn't come from a good life. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you guys understand that. It's just like you got to get over it psychologically, absolutely. But and it's very difficult for someone who's been broken in every single way, to put themselves back together. It is no. So basically, I'm living a good life. I am sacrificing so much right now in terms of, like, it's gonna be rough in terms of, like, my emotions, my mental state. Just being able to maintain. It's been rough. It's difficult. It's a whole different ball game. And kind of right now it's the, I gotta start hitting home runs. I think I can do it. I'm sure I can do it. I'm sure I can do it. I'm trying to keep my focus, on me as much as possible. Trying to stay home. You know what I'm saying? Relax. Be in the crib and stay in there and accomplish. Continue to maintain my peace. That's what I need. I need to continue to maintain this calmness that I have now. I have to be able to maintain it. this seems to be the only way. Being kind of, not kind of, I'm not going to, because that's not true. Kind of is not true. You know, isolating, I think, and reimagining yourself is, ooh, but it can be done. It can be done, and I'm going to find out. I'm going to fofa. I am gonna totally, totally, totally elevate myself in every sense of my being. I have to, like that. And I've been given plenty of opportunities. Well, I've given myself the opportunities over and over again by learning as I go. But right now, I can't happen. I gotta, you know, what was it? I have to prepare myself. So preparing myself is taken. Right now, I stabilized myself. That was the mission, to stabilize myself. So right now, I'm stabilized. So, now that that's firm, now it's, mission number 2, which I'm on right now. I was grateful that I woke up this morning. Of course, every day. I got to Orlando yesterday. So I was a little tired, but I got up this morning and I did some errands that are extremely important in terms of me, reclaiming, what was given to me, as a U.S. citizen, right? My records, everything has to be put back together. And then once I do that, well, even in the interim of doing that, I gotta do that first. So I'll do that, and then there's other things that I need to do to clear out. I can't say clear out, but to kind of repath all of that. All of that experience. Look at this. You see it? You see it right there. Nice, huh? Take a look. So, I gotta try to do the best I can. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm not complaining about anything. Absolutely not. No freaking way. I am grateful. There's things I gotta do because, if I don't have my back, nobody got my back. You understand that nobody, and I caused that. I have to be true to what I produce from my life, not someone else's life. So it's on me now. I mean, it's always been on me, but mostly it was me. Because it's always going to be on me. I eat whether I only eat because I want to eat, right? So if I didn't want to eat, then somebody would have I would have been down and out. But because I like to eat, so I have to have my own back, and it's been like that all my life. It's not something that has never been. That's always been. So I'm used to it. But right now it's a lot more serious. It's because I'm looking at kind of like it's difficult to say, but I've never looked at my future, right? I've always just let it be. But now I'm gearing towards what I'm building for my future. So what can I build for my future? That's where my mindset is at. So and everything that I'm doing, however I move, is gonna have to be to the benefit of my future, which it should have been like that, of course. But when you're an empath like me, You understand what I'm talking about. When you gave everything to everybody and now you have nothing and nobody gives you anything, those that you felt, because people don't love you how you love them. Love is personal. Love is selfish. Because that's why you say I love you, right? So, I'm thinking about, what did I leave? No, it doesn't even matter because once you're done, you're done. But the older you get, the more you start thinking about, what did you contribute, to someone, to anything, to something. That's important to know that maybe you contributed one thing to somebody. Somebody, you were able to help that one person, you know, and that they, that. But I don't really need to know, that. Not at this point in time in my life. Shoot, I look at it like this. Yo, bro, you saved my life. And basically, I'm talking to myself. Here comes the guard dog. I'm not going over that. That guy's, he looks super mean. So, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm just going to learn. I'm going to learn. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to walk out here as much as I can. I need to do it. I'm gonna. Go to your room. I'm going. Go to your room. I'm gonna. That's it. That's how I used to tell my kids, go to your room. No, I'm joking. My mom never told me to go to my room. Let me get off that. So yeah. The sun is gonna be out. It's only 5 o'clock. It's gonna get dark about 7. Not even, which is great. Because I can stay here. And if what's really difficult, right, is to not be like physically part of something. You understand? Right? You're part of a machine and that machine is working. Now you're part of a group. So, if you're part of that group and then, you break off, then that dynamic, which was you, has to be replaced. Right? But in the meanwhile, you were just broken just a little bit, but you got replaced because you can't run with the machine anymore. Whatever the machine is, your family, your married life, your job, you got to tune in, you got to lock into yourself. And I tell you, that road is no joke. I tell you, man, realizing stuff, that I did in my life or I've been thinking about in my life, it's really, really eye-opening, to say the least, to be able to sit back and kind of contemplate, not overwhelm myself and become, you know, um, depressed or something like that, because my life is my life, and what's good about my life is that I'm still living it. Oh, this is so nice. This is, what would be nice, nice, nice. Let me stop saying that. Well, will be nice. Is poolside time right now. That's nice. Poolside time. Wow. Gotta love it. I hope I get some sleep tonight. But this was great, though. This was so nice. like an old dude. Gotta get moving. My foot is gonna be on fire when I get home. Ooh. Today was a beach day. Today was such a perfect day to go to the beach. I just had stuff to do. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I go to the beach. Yeah, maybe tomorrow. Ooh. What's the weather gonna be like tomorrow? This is great. This is great. What a great day. What a great day. I think, because hello, hello. There you go. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. It's so nice out here. I mean, I become so. I got up early enough. I usually get up at 7. I got up at 9. I did a couple of runarounds. I went to the lake. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. leg is gonna be hurting. It's hurting right now. The dog is having a ball. All right, I think I'm out of here. It's been an hour. Yeah. Thank you for coming in. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Maybe I might be on later playing some video games. Y'all too solid. Wake up, wake up.